Hey, well, one, I thought our guys, it was a really good game for 40 minutes by our team. I thought we were really focused. I thought we played with great energy, great effort. And, I think both teams were shorthanded, and that's difficult. I know for them, leading scorer being out, that's always tough. Phelps is a really good player, dynamic guard, and I'm sure that impacted the game for them as well as us losing DJ for us too. And so that changes, both teams' rotations, who's in, your flow. And so it was tough, but I thought all in all, for 40 minutes, I thought it was a really good effort by our team. And I thought, like I said, the energy was there. And we made a lot of good basketball plays on both sides of the basketball this evening.
What do you like about that second half, especially early on? I mean, it was still, relatively close going into halftime and everything, but they really pulled away early, and the energy level, like you said, just really like it amped up, especially in that second half.
No, absolutely. I thought our guys gave great energy. I thought, what happened was, I thought we did a good job of getting stops. It always starts there for us. When we're getting stops and making it difficult, for another team, to run offense, it leads to us having some good things on the offensive end. So we turned our defense to offense, I think, really well throughout parts of that second half. We got, transition. We were able to get out and get easy baskets. We were able to find each other, getting a rhythm offensively. But it started on the defensive end and rebounding the basketball.
Let's talk about those injuries. I saw Darius in the boot. What's the extent of his injury, and how long do you expect him out?
He's day-to-day. It's not nothing that should keep him out but so long. It's not a severe injury. We have to just let it heal. But he's in the process of doing that now. He's getting better every day. But it's a day-to-day injury. We'll have to wait and see. But it's not like it's a season-ending injury or anything like that. So we do expect him to be back. It's just a function of when he's capable of coming back and contributing.
Did you prepare then for this game, not expecting that he'd be a part of it?
Yes. We prepared, not expecting him to be a part of it. I spoke with Jalen and, reinforced, our belief in what he can do. He established himself in the preseason. So it's always a difficult change because it changes your rotations. It changes who you're going to sub in now. You need to add an additional player. And I thought Ty Freeman really stepped into that role and played really well for us, gave us a huge lift. And I thought Jalen had been in that role before, so he went back to it. The thing about it is, it was almost seamless. He stepped right back into that role, and he was aggressive. He had a career double-double, 6 assists, no turnovers. So you can't ask a young man to do much more than that at that position. So really happy that he was able to come in and establish himself like he did earlier in the season.
And then what about CJ? You had anticipated having him back soon. What sort of setback has he experienced?
CJ is out for the season. He won't be returning for us. We've looked at it several times. He's been back and then out, back, then out. And what he needs to do is just let it completely heal. He needs to get that thing back to 100%. And he's been doing that, been working toward it, but it's always been a setback, and with that happening, we just want to make sure he's healthy because he has a bright future in this sport. And so let him just get healthy, heal, and so he will not be returning this season. He'll be missed, of course, his talent, his experience, being he's an older player. We're going to miss a lot, because of his absence. But, for his overall future in the sport, I think it's more important for him to just get himself healthy, and then we'll move forward in the future, with CJ.
Can he redshirt this season?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's capable of redshirting, which is now that he hadn't played as many games, of course. So he's capable of redshirting as well, so he would get the year back also.
With both Darius and CJ out today, to speak to how important your depth was, because I noticed that even in the second half, you had an explosion of points from players off the bench there.
Well, yeah, we have our depth is a strength of ours, and we realize that, of course, as the season progresses. You get to this time of year, your rotation tightens up. So some of those players that were maybe doing some contributing earlier in the season, just through no fault of their own, just you kind of fall out of the rotation as we kind of tighten it as we come in, into January. And so, but we have a lot of confidence in those players, as we did tonight. When they got an opportunity, they contributed, whether it's Ty, as I mentioned before, whether it's Thurno, Silla. His minutes were really good for us as well. So guys came in and gave good contributions, and because they're good players, and we just want to make sure that they stay sharp like they did today, and they stay ready for their opportunities, because no one can predict from day to day what's going to happen in our sport. Guys get injured, things happen, and we need to have a next man up mentality, and I thought that showed this afternoon.
What kind of player do you want Jalen Young to be for this team?
I want Jalen to be kind of how he was tonight. I want to be a point guard. You know, he's a capable scorer. I don't want him passing up his opportunities because he can make plays at the basket. I think you saw that. And I want to make the guys around him better, like a PG. You know, you pick your spots to score, but you find the guys and you have some weapons around you. You have weapons that you need to utilize, and your job is to make those guys better. And I thought he did that tonight while still picking his spots. I really thought he had a very good floor game today. So for me, I want him to play the exact same floor game he had today. I thought his balance was really good between his looks and opportunities and his teammates' looks and opportunities, and he defended well.
Seems like a different player every night. Gets hot. It was CJ the other night. Tonight it was a Thiel. Just kind of talking about what he was able to do. He said he thought it was maybe his best game since he's been here at UCF.
You know, I think it was too. I thought he was aggressive. You know, he was looking for his opportunities, and he took advantage of them. You know, he's a good basketball player, and I think it showed in not just this game but several games. But today probably was his overall best offensive game. I thought he did a good job of finding his opportunities and staying aggressive throughout the night. And that helps us. You know, he's a capable scorer. He can make plays off the bounce. He can shoot the basketball, and we need him to just stay aggressive and look for his opportunities.
You guys host Memphis on Wednesday. What do you know about the Tigers?
I haven't really seen them play this year. I know they're having a good season. I know they're playing well. I hadn't had a chance to see them. You know, I'm a one game at a time guy, and so I'll start studying them probably this evening. But I know they're, like I said, they're a good basketball team. They're well coached. They have a lot of talent, and you know, looking forward to the opportunity to compete on Wednesday.
What do you need from the fans and the students on Wednesday?
You know, we need everyone to come out on Wednesday. I mean, this is a fun group. I think they play hard. I think they represent, you know, Orlando well. You know, we like to say we're Orlando's hometown team. And so we want to make everyone proud, but I think the way that happens is when more people come out and give us the home court advantage, we're better. You know, every time that we've played in front of an amazing crowd here, it's been an amazing game. And so, you know, we want to continue to, you know, have that same track record. So we just want everyone to come out. I think the students are back now, so they should be back. You know, it's been a while. It's been over a month and a half, probably since Thanksgiving that our students been here. And so looking forward to seeing them back, looking forward to seeing, you know, our Orlando community back. And like I said, you have no worries. Our guys will give an amazing effort. You don't have to worry about us laying it all out in the line for our community. Just come on out. And I think it's a fun brand of basketball to watch. I think our guys are fun to watch. They play hard. They play the right way. And so if we could just, you know, get that, you know, that basic, that togetherness where we're all in this thing together, because it's just not us versus these other opponents. It's our community and us versus these other opponents.
Coach, I know you've always been a defense-first type coach, and your players said that when they started walking in. But from the box score, pretty seamless offensive performance today. 16 assists, 30 made baskets. How do you guys emphasize offensive efficiency, not just from game to game, but you know, from a macro perspective? Well,
we evaluate our guys every game. We evaluate them, you know, defensively and offensively, and we go through the clips of the film like we'll do this evening, and we'll start to just look at what we have done well and what we can do better. And we're constantly trying to evolve. You should be constantly getting better as the season progresses. And I think that's what we're doing. I can see the improvement from, of course, game one to now, you know, defensively, but also offensively. I can see our guys getting, you know, better chemistry. They're understanding what each one of those guys can bring to the table, and then we're playing, and they're playing to their strengths. And if we continue to do that, I think we continue to improve, you know, offensively.
What's most frustrating when the team goes through offensive lulls? That didn't seem to happen tonight, but it's certainly been a mark of the season so far.
It happens. I mean, I think it happens for you know, most teams. It's a you know, it's a game of runs. There's a lot of momentum swings in basketball, and you know, what you got to do is you have to be able to understand where do you hang your hat. That's why we hang our hat defensively. It's a lot easier to not have an off night or off possessions defensively than it is offensively, because some nights you can do everything right offensively and the ball still just doesn't go in. Nothing you can do about it. I thought we had some good looks in the first half. They just didn't go in. You know, same looks Ithiel got in the second half, but they went in. So what you do is you just keep playing, you keep throwing yourself into the defense and the effort, and then you let your offense just settle in and come, you know, as it will. But yeah, you can't really control that too much. All you can do is try to search out great shots, and that's what we try to do, try to search out great shots, and we're going to make them some nights and some nights we aren't. But defensively, it should be no excuse, because it's not like missing the rim shooting the basketball. Defensively, you should be able to lock in and really guard hard.
Coach,
rebounding is a key stat, you know, to swinging the game, and today you guys dominated the rebounding stat. I talked to Jalen Young and Ethiel Horton about their efforts rebounding the ball. Can you talk a little bit about the backcourt effort, you know, crashing the boards and getting those rebounds?
Well, every really good defensive team and every good rebounding team, especially the rebounds is what you're talking about, their guards are actively rebounding the basketball. It isn't really the bigs. Bigs from all teams are going to rebound the ball. That's part of their role. But when you have a perimeter guys going in and really rebounding on both ends of the floor, that's where you can make your biggest jump. And so just emphasizing that our guys rebound the ball a little more, be more active and aggressive, you know, on the boards. And that becomes more of a habit. So we're trying to get that to become our habit where we have those guys contributing on the rebounding front, not just our bigs.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
You guys are welcome.